In this video, I'm gonna go over 10 reasons why you might want to move to Ajax, and I'm gonna try and do it with 10 different areas within Ajax as well to give you a little bit of an idea about what that's all about. So I'm filming this part at the actual waterfront, kind of because one of the earlier reasons on why you might want to move to Ajax is because it has a waterfront. I guess spoiler alert, should have said that, but so we'll get into the video right after this. Hey, what's going on? It's Brad Gates and I am a realtor in the Durham region. If it's your first time watching any of my videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the videos. It lets me know people are enjoying what I'm putting out there. These videos are all about just the Durham region, what it's like to be here. So if you're looking or considering to move here, then these videos could really be helpful for you. I make these videos and I love doing that. And all you have to do is, if you want help, reach out. You can call, text, email, send the carrier pigeon, whatever is easiest for you, and I'm here to make your move and relocation go so much easier. I have people reaching out from all over the world and I absolutely love it. So if you are looking to move here, again, just reach out. All my contact information will be below. Before we get into the video, as I was leaving the my house, I was saying like bye to my kids and stuff like that, and they each gave me something. They said that they could remind me of them while I'm gone. So I guess we'll start for the purple bracelet. That was for my daughter. And then yellow car, that was for my son. And then my eldest daughter gave me this little Paw Patrol card to remember my youngest daughter, who is a month old. And then my son gave me this to remember my dog. And I guess the first thing that I kind of said at first, like, are you guys gonna let me back in the house? Because they've never done that before, but I thought it was like super cute. So again, just wanted to include that into the video. They always say my videos are boring and that's why they don't want to watch them. So hopefully by giving them these little shout outs, it will make them more interested in the videos. So I just wanted to do a mention of that early on in the video before people click off. Hopefully you won't click off, so we're going to get into the video, which is just going to cover 10 reasons why you would want to move to Ajax. And I guess we'll just jump into it right now with reason number one, which has to do with the actual waterfront. So there's not a ton of cities within the Greater Toronto area that have a waterfront. And if they do, then generally they're a little bit more expensive. So Ajax waterfront, if you want to know more about that, I did do a video on that where I just pretty much flew my drone over the water for the pretty much most of the video, but I showed a little bit in terms of the different areas of the waterfront. And there's definitely lots to do, whether it's park or beach, swimming. They have different parks, playgrounds, all that kind of stuff. So that kind of covers off our first reason. Before we actually jump to our next point, I guess to add to the whole waterfront of Ajax, there are homes within the waterfront. So there's southeast, southwest Ajax, southeast has to do with a lot of tribute built homes, and then southwest, they're homes that were built in the 70s, 80s, early 90s. There's a lot of new custom builds being done there as well. You can kind of see that behind me there. And one downfall with living close to the water, and just something I guess to be aware of, is you might notice that certain times throughout the year, typically spring and fall, the bugs are pretty bad, and they're little bugs. And so if you leave your back door open, even if it's just to come in and out or anything like that, you'll notice a lot of bugs in the ceiling close to the lights. So that's just one little point to kind of add to it. And finally, we'll get to the next point. The second reason, might as well do it while I'm here, is it's a little bit of a slower pace, depending on where you're moving from, major city-wise, or smaller cities. So if you're moving from a smaller city, Ajax is going to be more busy. But if you're moving from a place like Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, Vancouver, any major metropolitan area, Ajax is a lot slower pace than those major cities. Our next point has to do with the schools in Ajax. So Ajax, if you're going to compare cities as a whole, tend to have a higher average. And so obviously this isn't based on the Fraser Institute, so it's not just me making numbers up. And then also one thing that makes it hard to judge the schools since 2020, let's just say, is the test scores that the Fraser Institute posted was from 2019. So that is about 3 years now. COVID happened, so it was like, I guess they didn't test, schools were closed, a lot of online learning, so there was a huge effect to that. So it will be interesting to see once the Fraser Institute comes back and kind of reposts or retests to give an idea of how these schools are. But again, the schools in Ajax tend to rank fairly well. So if you're looking at a city as a whole, Ajax schools ranked well. Look at it, just Fraser Institute and the schools. That's kind of the positive about Ajax, is the schools are pretty good. So if you're looking somewhere to move and you have kids, then that's going to be important. While we're here, I guess I can talk about our next point as well, which has to do with the post-secondary schools. So being in Ajax, you are close to a bunch of post-secondary schools. You have Durham College, you have Ontario Tech University, you have Trent University, which has a remote campus here. You have Queen's University, which has a remote campus here. The Oshawa Airport has a flight school, so if you're looking to become a pilot, they have that. The Oshawa Hospital there has a lot of help for doctors and stuff like that that are looking to learn different things. So it's, again, I guess being in Ajax, you are close to a bunch of post-secondary schools within Durham, but then you're also close to University of Toronto, York University, Centennial College. So there's just like a ton of schools. So if you're looking to move somewhere and you have kids that are going to school, you might not want them to live on campus or have to pay for that. It is commutable. So if you're going to Toronto, you have the GO station. And then if you're going to Oshawa for the schools there, it's not that far of a drive, but then you also have public transit as well. Our next point has to do with Ajax having a GO station, meaning it's GO station accessible. So if you are moving to Ajax but working in Toronto, you do have a way to get downtown without having to fight the 401, 404 traffic, which is not fun. I've done that battle many times when I was working before real estate. So it's just nice that Ajax does have a GO station. It's at Westney Road. It's about 45 minutes to Union Station. So if you're working there, you know you do have an easy path to get to work on those days you don't feel like driving. If you do feel like driving, then you have the 401 to the 404 and kind of go that way. It's not the best drive, but it is possible. If you're looking to go on weekends to Toronto, GO station is here. It does run. It doesn't run super late, so you don't want to get stranded down there. You'd have to drive or take an Uber. I've done that drive late, and just because it's late doesn't mean traffic's not bad, because typically during the summer is when all the construction is happening. So while we're here, we can also talk about the affordable housing. So if you're going to compare the prices to a similar vicinity to Toronto, Ajax is much cheaper. So you would be comparing to Markham, York, which could be like the Richmond Hill, but then you're also going to be looking at places like Oakville or Burlington, where the price points there are just a little bit higher as well. So affordable housing is a huge plus. I don't touch on pricing in these videos, to be specific, because I find that with the market changing, the minute I say a price, a month later, things could change up or down. So hard to gauge that. So those are 2 points that I covered off at the GO station. And I know that this GO station part was actually in my last video I did on Ajax, where it was all of the reasons not to move to Ajax. And it was a big negative if you are looking to go downtown Toronto late at night, because you could get stranded. But it's nice to have the option here. Let's jump on to our next points. So our next point I'm actually going to cover while I'm driving, because as you might be able to tell, I'm fighting daylight here. So for this point, it's actually cultural diversity. And I know it's a big question for people who have been looking to move to Durham, that have reached out, haven't seen my videos, and they're worried that they might not fit in because they come from a different ethnicity, different religion. It is something where if you come here, it doesn't really matter where you come from. You will not feel out of place. Whether you go to the grocery store or in your neighborhood, there is such a good mix of people that are living all together that it adds to feeling comfortable, especially if you're moving from somewhere very far and you've never been here before. And when people visit, I always tell them, if you want to know what the the town or the city is like, just go to your local Walmart or superstore or mall and just kind of go shopping to see the type of people that are there, and you'll feel comfortable. And that's kind of like a big plus that I wanted to explain, because I know a lot of people are hesitant or reluctant, thinking that they might have a hard time fitting in. And I just wanted to, again, clarify that so that anybody looking to move here where this could be relevant for them, that you're a little bit more comfortable. Obviously, still do your own research, but that's just based on what I see. Our next point, I might as well do that while driving too, because again, fighting the daylight, and plus I just got off the 401, and it has to do with the amount of highways that we have here within Ajax or the Durham region as a whole. You have the 401, which is your main road paid for by the, I guess, the taxes we pay. And then you have the 412, which was a toll road that in the beginning of April, the provincial government announced that it's going to be a toll-free road. So who knows if that was just something for the election and then they're going to take that away. But it is worth mentioning that the 412 is a connector road, which takes you from the 401 up north to the 407 with exits along the way. And it's free now. It was a toll road, but again, it's free. And then you have the 407. So if you have a company that pays for your 407, or you have money aside every month to pay for a very expensive bill every month, you do have the 407, which very, very rarely ever has traffic. So if you are working in Markham or on the other side of Toronto, you do have the 407 that you can use. It's probably going to be between $500 and $600 a month if you were going through to the other side of the GTA, maybe to the 427, which is in like Toronto, Rexdale area. But it's an option that's out there. So if you are looking to move to Ajax, you do have 3 different highways, and then you also have the GO train as well. So it is kind of commuter friendly. The 401 is a rough road to be driving on. You will deal with traffic quite a bit. So it's just, you want to allocate your time accordingly for that. But that covers off this point. Let's jump on to our final point. If you're enjoying the video, be sure to like it. If you are not subscribed to the channel, be subscribed. That way, every time I do post new videos, you are notified. And if you click the little bell, that's what actually makes you notified. But also, if I go live, which I haven't done forever, but it is something that I want to start doing again, because I met a lot of cool people, a lot of great people who've been watching the videos through that, and they've asked great questions. And that's what those live videos are kind of all about, is just giving you an opportunity to ask questions that you might have. So without further ado, let's get to our last point, and then we'll take it from there. Our final point has to do with a neighborhood within Ajax that I absolutely love. And hopefully one day I can afford it, because the homes here are not cheap, but they are very nice. They come on 1-acre lots, and they are fully serviced. So there's no well, there's no septic. The homes are beautiful, they are huge, they come on big lots, and they're actually within kind of like a golf course. The golf course is Deer Creek, and the neighborhood or the area is, if you were to take Audley north to Taunton, and you'll be able to kind of see the houses behind me. I'll do a drive-by of the area as well, just to give you an idea of what the houses here are like. Again, it's kind of like a little hidden area. It's not cheap. The homes here are more than $3 million. And so they were for sale for low 2 millions, and then now they're more than $3 million. I don't talk price too much anymore, because with the market we've just been in and kind of what's been leaving, it's so hard to gauge what the prices will be a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. And so I won't touch on price, but the homes are beautiful. Doing the neighborhood drive-by type so that you can see what the area actually looks like. That finishes off the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. It lets me know people are enjoying what I'm putting out there. I make these videos and I love doing that. And all you have to do is, if you want help, reach out. You can call, text, email, send the carrier pigeon, whatever is easiest for you. And I'm here to make your move and relocation go so much easier. I have people reaching out from all over the world and I absolutely love it. So if you are looking to move here, again, just reach out. All my contact information will be below. Thanks for watching, and until next time.